Why haven't you seen this story all over the news? I give you one guess. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a mass shooting that happened at an Alabama birthday party where 28 people were shot and 4 of them are no longer here with us. May they rest in peace, and prayers out to the families and to those who are injured, battling for your life, or whatever the case may be. May you get well soon. Now, this story should be all over the news. It should be just like the Nashville shooting, Uvalde shooting. It should be just like that, right? There should be wall-to-wall protests talking about gun control now, all this and that. This should be what this is. Now, I am seeing some media coverage, to be honest. Some media coverage, but not to the level of some of the other mass shootings. Why? We'll talk about that in one moment, but first, let's roll the clip. Of course, this clip will be in the description if you want to see it for yourself without my commentary. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio and go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Terrible news. It's a mass shooting in Alabama at a sweet 16th birthday party. 4 people were killed and 28 others hurt. Most of them were teenagers. Now, this happened at a dance studio in the city of Dadeville, Alabama. Witnesses report that there were multiple shooters, but so far, police have made no arrest in this case. There have already been 31 mass shootings just this month in America, and today is...
Now, let's pause for a minute. A mass shooting is defined as, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 or more people shot at one time. If that's incorrect, y'all please let me know in the comments below.
Only the 17th day of April. Omar Villafranca is in Dadeville, Alabama, with more on the story. Omar, you certainly don't think of a Sweet 16 party as a deadly place, but that is the world we live in today, unfortunately. Good morning to you.
Good morning. When people say it can happen anywhere, this is what they mean. Dadeville is small town USA, population just over 3,000. The venue where it happened, right behind me, right on the old main street.
Now, to be fair, this is a small town, but what I hear is that it's by Mobile, Alabama, which is not far from New Orleans as well. So we'll keep that in mind.
Dance studio used to be the old bank. And for teenagers, this was probably the place to be this weekend. A birthday party. Everybody was probably talking about it, a Sweet 16. And then on Saturday, the unthinkable happened again.
Oh my God.
After Saturday night's deadly shooting at Mahogany Masterpiece Dance Center, ambulances, police cars, and parents descended on the local hospital.
It was people's everywhere running and yelling and
This is Jimmy Hank Goodman, the mayor of the town.
crying and going on.
I got shot right here. Right here.
18-year-old Tanaya Cox was shot 3 times. She says she saw multiple gunmen inside the dark club.
I just saw 2 in the bathroom and that's why I ran.
Police have not released any details about the suspect or suspects and would not say if anyone is in custody for the attack.
We'll never be the same.
Pastor Ben Hayes led a vigil for the victims Sunday night.
Most of the kids there were from Dadeville. This impacted us a lot.
He says one of the deceased is senior star athlete Phil Dowdell. It was his sister's birthday party. Their mother was also shot. Dowdell was just weeks from graduation and recently committed to play football at Jacksonville State next year.
Terrible.
He was a good person.
Daquan Doss says he was with Dowdell at the party, but the two ran in opposite directions when the shooting started.
I was standing right beside him. And that thing, the shooting went on. I think he went right into it. I went opposite way. I wish I could have pulled him out.
Police have been very tight-lipped about this investigation. There's a lot we do not know. We don't know how many suspects they're looking for or how many suspects they're looking for, if it's 1, 2, based on what witnesses are saying. We don't know what kind of gun was used. We don't know the motive, but we're hoping to learn more at a press conference later on this morning.
Okay, so that's that. Again, this will be in the description. There's an article, there's a video, there's more information for you guys to read and watch and consume on your own. But you guys were looking at the video. You guys were listening to the testimony of those who were there, those who escaped. And again, my heart's out to them. Prayers out to them. Prayers out to their families. What was the common denominator? Everybody's black. Am I saying that people are racist? They don't really care about black crime? Not necessarily. What I'm saying is, since this was black on black and kind of just expected, you got a birthday party or it's a club or something like that. Oh yeah, they're going to shoot it up. No problem. You got 28 people shot, 4 of them dead. It's not really that big of a deal. But then when you see a Christian school and you could say, okay, it's a white shooter, domestic terrorist. Is he a right-wing person? Was it social media? Was he a Trump supporter? You see where I'm going? There's a certain narrative you want to craft, not you guys, but the media and some politicians. There's a certain narrative to craft whenever the opportunity presents itself. But when it doesn't, then there's no more narrative. Therefore, there's less coverage. There's less intensity. There's less heartbreak and emotion and things of that nature because the narrative ain't there. That's what's going on. So black on black violence, 28 shot, 4 dead, no big deal. We can't craft a narrative about that. So why do we care? Same thing, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and really Mobile, Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana, a lot of places where you got a lot of, like you got an urban center with a lot of black folks in it and there's crime going on, whatever. Nashville, oh man, we got to do something to stop it, man. You got these little kids, and of course, who's not going to have their heart in peace? But you got little kids that are being killed. Okay, you got old ladies and a man that's a janitor. You could craft a narrative. Then there's also a whole thing about the transgender and the mental health, and of course, the main thing they want to do is focus on the gun. Focus on the gun violence when it comes to white people doing certain things or non-blacks doing certain things. When it comes to blacks, it's easily dismissed because people expect it. That is the truth. Could that be racism? Maybe, but we got to examine what's going on in our urban inner city areas. We have to examine that. We can't just act like that's not going on. We can't put our heads in the sand and be like, oh, that's not going on. It is going on. So when it comes to us, when it comes to the so-called black community, it's expected, no big deal, no narrative to push. We can't say white supremacist or Trump supporter. We can't really do much with that story. We can cover it, but not to the extent, not with the fervor that we cover a story when there's non-blacks involved, could be Hispanic, could be white or whatever, especially when it's white people involved, when there's a white shooter. Oh, and the worst thing would be if there was a white shooter and black victims. Oh my goodness, he'd be the equivalent of Adolf Hitler. So as I close, I want to say this. I don't think the average normie in America is racist. I think that the media and politicians pick and choose when they want to be sad and heartbroken and outraged and raging against the NRA and the so-called gun lobby. They pick and choose their spots. This case, can't really do too much with that. Let's kind of ease off on the coverage. Let's ease off on the outrage. But then when it comes to a white shooter, especially a young white male, 18 years old, mental health issues, incel, oh, they cannot wait to hop on that and craft a narrative, unfortunately. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with the media and the politicians wanting to craft a narrative depending upon what's going on? We can't talk about this all the time, only in certain situations because we don't want to be racist. We don't want to be insensitive. Like, how do you feel about this whole situation? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. I say rest in peace to all those who have passed away here. Prayers out to your family. I'm going to say that repeatedly because I don't want to make light of the situation. These are real people and real families that have lost loved ones. So my prayers out to them. The difference in coverage is just what I told you from the beginning and throughout this entire video. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.